Welcome to Channel AMAC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested in migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side so once all the updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the insight. Alright, today's video we'll talk about professional year. Now we haven't really talked about professional year for years. Now why are we talking about professional years? Because a couple of days ago, I think last week, it's about a week already. No one really cares about professional year because there's just not enough skilled migrant being invited through this. The actual extra point that you actually get from professional year. And plus, during the COVID, there are obviously less international student coming to Australia. Now, if it's going to be less international student coming to Australia, then there will be less people taking on professional year, because professional year is a program that is only available for people to take when they graduated as international students. It's a way to actually gain extra 5 points. Just to give you a review of what professional year is. So as you know, in EOI there's a point test system. So if you study accounting or ICT or engineering, then there will be a professional year that you can actually enroll, and then you can study for a year. Well, supposedly they will assign you to an internship to actually get your skill up. However, the program has been suspected, it's a program just to, government or whatever the authority just to make money with. Is it really worth it? Probably not. And that's why we have read this news came out last week in regards, this is from CPA. Now, despite CPA, now they are closing their professional year program. There are still other professional year program out there delivered by a private colleges. Now, first thing, those private colleges costs obviously is less than the CPA, so that's probably they don't have enough students to actually make profit. So let's just have a read, and we will summarize the whole thing and give you an advice of what this will actually mean to you. So CPA Australia accounting bodies left with no option but to cease accounting professional year program for international students. So this is last week, 21st of February. So there's no more, if you study accounting, there's no more people can actually get extra 5 points. Now, first of all, the point test system will change, and I suspect there will be a further continual of professional year for all the other programs, that's including the ICT and the engineering. So what had been happened is that they found the number of enrollment for professional year program had decreased from 7,122 from 2018 down to 340. Now, why is that? Now, first of all, it's because of COVID, and secondly, there's just not many accountants have been actually being invited so far. As you know, I still recall a couple of years back, the New South Wales sponsorship, the state nomination required an accountant to actually be with the EOI of above 100 points. It's 110 or 105. It's just crazy. So no one's gonna do it. No one is gonna do it. It's just too hard. It's like they're making the entire accounting program to be like a PhD degree. So how many people? It's not a common or general courses anymore. So obviously people wanted to take professional. If you are a real interest in accounting and taxation person, why would you take professional year program? Because professional year program is only for people who want to migrate so they can get extra points. If you don't have intention to migrate and you just purely want to get a knowledge in accounting, why would you take professional year? And that is exactly what's happening there. So dramatic drop from 7,000 down to 340. That's crazy. It's not profitable anymore. I dealt with other private providers doing the professional year. I don't know how they survive, but we can see the trend that all these professional year program will be closed. So there's a sharp decline in the submission of the department. So in 2023, seems to be the Department of Home Affairs doesn't really care about professional year. Now, why? Because there has been a migration strategy plan has been, put forward by the government of Australia, and there will be a new point test system. And from what we can see and what we can project, we don't believe, and I think the public won't believe, that the professional year should be in the new point test system. Thus, all this program shall be ceased and closed. After engaging more than a year, so basically it's to say the government doesn't care anymore. So they made the decision to cut down this. Now it's one couple of things to actually going towards of this. The cessation of the professional year is that one thing, COVID, less international student. Secondly, for accountant to migrate under the general skill migration is too hard. The points required is too hard. So when it's so high and people believe they cannot make it, they won't enroll into accounting programs. So lesser accounting international students. So less international students studies accounting, obviously, then less people would actually choose professional year to actually study with after they graduated. Because why would you spend extra money, and the chances of getting your whatever the pathway, the visa is so much less, then obviously people won't pick it anymore. Now, let's summarize this and also give you a little heads up. So this is I think it's a good sign. First of all, I'm not a fan of professional year, because I've seen so many students go into professional year, and I asked them when they finish the program. I think a lot of people will agree with me. What have you learned? What did you get out of the professional year? Not quite much. They usually go there for a couple of weeks, and then they will send them to internship whilst they are basically employed in the lower salary rate, or some of them sometimes don't even have a salary or wage to be paid with. So they actually gain very limited experience and things like that. And after all that done, the success of getting that bridging into whatever the visa they look for, obviously the permanent residency and invitation from state nomination, just not getting it. Not many of getting it. I mean, there are a few, but not many. So the interest in studying accounting is getting less and less. Now, this is also a sign that the new point test system should be out soon, because if they abolish the professional year program, that will also mean for ICT, for the engineers graduates, there won't be any professional year anymore. And I have done a lot of video talking about the new point test system that we projected, and also taking a recommendation from the Grattan Institute. I think it's a likelihood that the government of Australia will actually adopt that model, because they basically take 90% of the recommendation from Grattan Institute in the past anyway. So you can actually foresee what's coming up. So unfortunately, yes, professional year is gone, and hopefully there are not many people taking accounting anymore. So it's also a sign that the new point system should be out soon. Anyways, should you have more question, query, more than welcome to leave comment right down below. Let's see you next video. Goodbye.